All right, welcome everyone. Oh, welcome whoever. It's Enrico Janko. I'm the Signal. Just think about doing a new series or for the new year. I guess that's when everyone starts these type of things on the new year. It's not really a new year for me. Just go renewing the history, renewing the cycles of life that go on. So, in doing so, I wanted to actually do like some, I guess, personal development, I guess you call it, because in trading, you're dealing with mostly yourself. I mean, you need other people in the trade to make it all possible, to make it all go down. But it's a it's a real personal thing. It's a personal. It's you. It'll just be you, your laptop, and whatever goes on. And a lot of trading, 90% of it, is going to be about your mental makeup, how you feel at that particular moment, how you look at things at the moment, what's going on in your life, how you process feelings, all of these small details that deal with your emotional makeup goes into every single trade. And your opponents on the other side, they're going through all their emotional things also. So I just wanted to start kind of doing some real personal development, self-awareness type things. And it's a little different for me because I'm usually just hopping on, just doing trades. So this is even different for me. I do this kind of on my own, and that's really helped me get to the point where I'm at with my trading. I don't know anything more than anyone else really. I just happen to be a person that just reads a lot. So I might just read more than the average person. And so since I do, I might have just a little bit more information. And a lot of that information really helped me grow as a trader and as a person. And it's like you want to continue to grow that way because that's the only way you're going to be able to make it to higher amounts of money. Like not to get all esoteric, but your mental frequency got to be up there to get what you want to get. Maybe you might have just started, at last year or whatever at $15 a trade. You were making $15, for the week, off of a winning trade or whatever. $30, whatever it might have been $1, but you started learning how to be somewhat, consistent in your trading. And a lot of that, interestingly enough, just is coming from the fact that you don't trade as much. I'll be jumping. Forgive me. I'm gonna jump around in my thoughts on this whole little thing I'm doing here, but maybe somewhere throughout what I say, there might be some aha moments that might have you understand your trading just a little bit better. Just a little bit better. A lot of people ask, like, how long should this whole process be taken, like, with my trading? How long should, training, how long should it take for me to be going live? And I'm just realizing while I'm talking about this, we're supposed to be talking about some personal development. But you see, I go right into trading all the time because that's where that's where I'm at. But I want to grow from that. So this is what this is all about, trying to grow from just that point of view to having a bigger point of view in life. Because my trading has, kind of put me in just one zone. One zone. You can trade very well, but a lot of other things to suffer because that's all, you know, I might do. That's all I do. Trade hard, trade hard body. So in terms of growth, we want to keep growing, and every year just brings new, just new obstacles. Like this year was crazy for me in particular, with the growth of my trading and the trading group in particular, Team Alliance. That was big, and it that is still big, to the day. Though I'm not part of that anymore, it's big, and I really, really, really value what we was able to create with Team Alliance. Like I really like that. You know how something is like when you catch it, it's like, because this whole business a lot of times like catching lightning in a bottle, in a way, or it could be. You know what I mean? Man, I don't know how you did your business, or how long you had to actually struggle to make it. I don't know how long you had to struggle to actually make your business work. I know my particular, story. This shit. There will be some profanity in these right here when I be talking. But anyway, this shit right here took a very, very. It took a long time. Well, I'm talking decades. Loss of so much money. I mean, like I haven't even won as much money now as I lost trying to, get it all together, figure it out, and all of this. So it's so much, and then to see it, just happen and work, from the grassroots level, and then it just did not just happen and work just like that. As I'm saying, like it just popped up. No, a lot of thought, just a lot of time, a lot of learning went into that, and the prior things that myself and my co-founder of Team Alliance had to do to make that come together was just it was a lot. It was a lot. It was a lot. It was a lot. So to not be going forward with that in the new year and doing a whole different project and trying to build that project up to the same levels. It's like catching, lightning in a bottle twice. But I believe in everything I do, and this is part of this whole series about, just being valuable to a community of people that need it, because it's mad charlatans out there, and it's mad different ways to really just trick you and just string you along, and it's just, you need to be careful, and the only way you could start to understand a lot of this is to start understanding yourself and start knowing why you do the certain things you do, and so forth and so on. But I think maybe I'm getting a little off topic, a little bit. But like I said, this is just gonna be a stream of thought. So I don't know where I might ever be when I'm talking about any of this. But one of the books that I like now, that I'm gonna be going through probably every day, is a question book, and it's a question book about self-discovery questions, 155 breakthrough questions to accelerate just massive action. The author is Barry Davenport, and so he had a bunch of these questions, and I wanted to actually just go through these questions every day and see what they do. Just see what they do. He says self-questioning is a powerful tool for self-awareness that forces us to pause from reactive or automatic behaviors and to think deeply about ourselves and our beliefs. In fact, sometimes they challenge our beliefs about what we know to be true. That line right there is just important in the fact of we're talking about perspective. And anytime you're talking about the market is all about perspective. And all our relationships are about perspective, right? Everything is about perspective and how we look at things and then how we process things. And through business, we go through that all the time. And it's doubly hard if you have, like, you with a partner, because you have to deal with their perspectives also. You have to deal with how they look at things, and all the time that's not going to line up together, right? And then at those particular times, you have to figure out, well, how do we move forward in a positive fashion to continue to build a business? And these are all things that you just really have to pay attention to. Perspective is big because everyone's viewpoint is different. That's why most people lose in the market, because the viewpoints they take are really just surface level. And most of us, when we think about things, we think really quickly, based off of like a lot of our automatic and learned responses. We just make an assessment very quickly and do something. And most of the time, it works, but in something like trading and in relationships, it doesn't work that well. So this is all about growing. Like I said, I trade hard body. People and relationships, that shit is kind of crazy because I don't really trust. I don't really trust people like that. People tend to be dishonest or disloyal. Either one, right? They either be dishonest or disloyal. Somebody be real honest, but they might not be the most loyal person, and vice versa, and all that. So those are things that I actually believe more so, from last year. That has been proven more so to be true to me. And I don't want to let that affect the growth of, business. So those are types of things that you kind of work through and so forth. But anyway, most of the questions are arranged by like specific areas in life. The first set of questions, I believe, about self-awareness. These questions we're gonna start. The first one is who am I? And this is not a question you answer by saying I'm a lawyer or I'm a mom. It's a question that invites deeper responses like, here's what I value, here's what brings me joy, here's what motivates me, here's the way I want to live my life. The answer to this may mutate over time. That's why it's important to ask this question of yourself frequently. Okay, who am I? Talking about what do I value. One thing, values. What do you value? Well, personally, I value. I'm on some money shit, so I value money, but I value the things that money can do. I value the options that money can give us. I value that because I value my time. I believe time is, the most important. So since I value that, I believe money and time kind of go together, especially because we live on a physical plane. So I value that, and I value focus, being able to focus on an activity and see it through to the end. I really value that a lot. I value, sharing what little information that I might have that someone might feel is helpful, right? I value that. A lot of times I don't know how to put the information together, because how I think. I believe I'm futuristic, but I'm delusional also a lot of times in my thoughts, and so everything in my thought a lot of times they just all popping off, and so the stream of it is not always coherent for the average just listener. They be like, "What the hell?" You know what I'm saying? But I value actually sharing the information and the knowledge and getting it to people. Of course, I value business also. The process of it, the process of bringing people to you to see what you have to offer, and them, valuing it enough to pay money for. That's business. Kind of like 101. Since I was a kid, that's all I really wanted to do was really do business. Right? I never really thought of, and that's true. I really never thought about doing anything else but business from a kid, and it always just it's amazing how you can think about something or go be focused on something, but be focused on it incorrectly, and you not get the result that you expect. And that happens a lot with trading. You'll hop into trading, some type of training or whatever, and you won't get the result that you expect. Because not everything is for everyone. Maybe you're not supposed to be a trader. Maybe the person that's training you is not supposed to be your particular trainer at that particular time. It's so many different reasons why. But I actually value though training and trading, showing people what's possible, because when you are able to just sit down and make 300-400, which is not, I guess it's not a lot, but if you're able to just do it in 10-15 minutes for the day, and then go about the rest of your day, you can make, and that's kind of like average, something you could do average kind of, then you start building yourself up to where you can just do more. I mean, it's incredible, because I don't care what you do, where you work. You might make how much you make an hour? 40. That's that's kind of like a decent job, right? Like $40 an hour or something like that. So you got to figure you got to work 10 hours to make $400, right? But probably even more than that. Probably got to work like 15 hours to actually bring home 400. When when you learn the value of trading, you could just hop up in 5 or 10 minutes and just get that done. So I love sharing that with people. I remember someone asked me, if you love sharing it so much, why don't you just do it for free? And I'm telling you why people don't do it for free. Most people, if they know how to trade, why they really don't do it for free? Because they know it always got to be blood. Because it costs, trust me, if they know what they're doing, they learn, it was bloodshed. It was bloodshed. It was bloodshed. Trust me. Even if you have someone that's training you well, it's going to still be blood, because that's what is in the market. You're really dealing with professionals out there that are really trying to take your money all the time. So you really have to know what you're doing. So I really do value that. I didn't even bring my little girl into it. I value her more than I do all this be on the strength of her. Really, I do it all really, but that's really all I have to do it for at this particular time. So I do it all for her, So I value that, those type of relationships, family, of course, Of course, you always, well, not always, because everyone's family is not great and everyone doesn't like them, but I think my family's pretty fantastic, so I rocks with them. And what else? I mean, what really shit that motivates me really gets, like, I had stripped away a lot of things about motivation and put it down into really just time and money, because after you strip everything away, that's all you end up with, time and money. Because shoot, you got a limited amount of time. Most people got a limited amount of time options, a limited amount of money, so they got a limited amount of time and a limited amount of options, which is whack. So the more you have of both, the better things tend to be. So I mean, that's kind of just where I'm at with that, with it all. So I want to just continue this. Hopefully I continue the series. I'm never good with this type of stuff right here anyway, so I might get up to like day 3 and be like, full week. But it's supposed to be 155 questions, so who knows where I might get up to. But if it actually helps you, you find it valuable, please leave a little remark, a little some, whatever. Doesn't have to be nothing crazy. A little motivation would be, helpful. But yeah, this is what this is all about. Just business stuff. It's just business stuff. I mean, it's funny because that's what I say. That's what I value the most, and most people, a lot of people look at that like, damn, that's kind of harsh. Like, you don't really care about social shit and all that. And I do care about all of that stuff, but I care about it in terms of just money and time. Like, if I can't leave a legacy for my daughter, my offspring, like, what? Nothing else really even make any sense. Nothing else really matter. Like, if I can't leave her better than she came, or whatever, or better than I was, then to me, not too much of it makes too much sense. So I try to keep it just on money and time. And with trading, to me, that's the quickest way to do it. Trading is the quickest way to accumulate your money. You might want to grow it, continue to grow it somewhere else, right? That's a lot of times why you see traders, if they really know how to trade, why they actually start trading businesses, so they can continue to actually just grow their money. So it's not always in trading, because trading it's always a risk. It's always a risk. So what else? Those values, everything, like it all comes down to that, because you can't do anything without it. So socially, though, I think that family is important. When you have a mate. A mate is an important element. A mate that actually elevates you is important, because the female energy, that type of motivation will definitely help any man's business. It's a fact. It's a fact. The right female energy, because all the little things that you consider to be nags and all those little things, they keep that in your forefront of your head, because that's what they see right there. And it makes you actually do certain things that are necessary to kind of like elevate. So, yes, I always, female energy. So much that I think that's necessary. And I think I'm looking at my actual group. A lot of male energy in there. I need some female energy there. That's it. Got nothing against you guys though. Everyone has to grow. We all gonna grow. We all want to trade well. What else? What else talk? I was talking about the length of time it should take you to actually, you know, start trading. I mean, to me, once you really, I want to say, when I think about it, if I want to say years and years and years, right? If you were training yourself, if you were just by yourself, I want to say just years and years and years. But suppose I'm like, I don't want to say myself. Just suppose, yeah, let's say me. But suppose someone is actually training you, right? Suppose I'm training you, and I'm showing you exactly what to do. The what to do part, you should be able to knock that out in 2 days. How to do it, you know what I'm saying? Half a day. Now, you performing it emotionally correct, that is going to take you the most time, really. Because the only thing that's really stopping you from taking any trades at any time is your confidence level. Right? Really. That's the only thing that's stopping you really from taking any trades. That's why you get coaching and you get mentorship and everything. Because most of the time, you know, after that first 2-3 days, you have the foundation of what you're supposed to do. You know what you're supposed to do. The only reason why you don't do it is because that you're afraid to do it. And it's that simple. And once you start becoming aware of yourself and understanding yourself more, you start realizing that's what's holding you back, that you're just afraid to do it. And you're afraid to do it because you're like, I don't want to lose. I don't want to lose the trade. I don't want to lose my money. Blah, 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 blah. But while you're sitting there afraid, you're focused on the afraid part and the losing part. And that's all you can see is the losing opportunity while the winning trade is going on. So the winning trade is going on and you're looking at the losing opportunity. And so a lot of times, the time you take the trade, you end up taking the losing trade because that's what you was looking at the whole time, the losing opportunity. You was focused on the losing. Now, if you was focused on where the opportunity to win the trade was, that might have came up 3 or 4, 5, 8 times. And you took no trades in that whole particular time. And then you start getting frustrated. Eventually, you're going to get mentally tired. But you've been on the charts for a period of time, and you like, I don't want to waste the time that I was on the chart. So eventually you go into a trade and the trade fails. Not because you didn't know the proper framework, not because you didn't know the information, really because you lacked the confidence to take the winning trade when the winning trade came. So a lot of times you'll spend years just because you don't have years not making money, just losing, not being consistent, not taking no trades really, paying money, doing all that, only because you lack confidence. That's the only reason why. And so you have to grow in your confidence. And so growing in your confidence is really about you. It's not about anyone else. It's not about me. I can't really help you grow in confidence. I can show you everything, but you growing in confidence, I'm just a cheerleader, really. I'm cheerleading. I expose certain issues, but you performing and focusing on what you need to focus on to actually make, positive change and to grow. Because trading is so much like life. that all, like any personal type developments, anything about self-awareness, any of that is going to show in your trading. It's going, because trading strips down business to its, just core elements. So business in its core elements is life. So you start realizing that it's not the cheerleading and all that is going to make you a successful trader. It's not even, I love community, but it's not even community. Community helps when you need to, just talk trade. You want to talk trade and with people, that's community. So we could talk trades, show trades, do this, blah 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 blah. Something happened, I could confer. Someone else understands what I'm going through, so forth and so on. That's what community will do. But confidence, you're gonna have to get that. You're gonna have to get that. Just like, you ever watch the baby goats when they be jumping from mountain to mountain or from rock to rock? The goats that did it before, they just, they back up and then they jump and they on the other side. The babies, they got, they got to ramp up, they got to figure it out, they measuring twice, all that, Like I said, it's a matter of confidence, whether you actually gonna just improve or not. It's not really, it's nothing else. Because whatever you learn, you're gonna learn the same thing all the time. You see what I'm saying? You're always learning the same, pretty much the same thing all the time. Different ways, you hear it different ways, blah blah blah, all that. But it's all, if it's real trade talk, it's all the same. It's all the same, and it's going to be up to you to grow in confidence to be able to take these trades and all that. But that's where I'm at with this, man. I'm just talking to you, and I'm just talking to me, really. To tell you the truth, I'll be going over all these questions, and then I'll be looking back at them again and see how I actually answered them, and see how my answers change going into 2020, right? 2020, and make sure you got your vision right. 2020, we're in 2019, huh? Yeah, but that's what I'm on it. Enrico Janko, what do I call this? Personal development series or something like that. Yeah, I guess I'll do something like that. I'll write it somewhere. You subscribe, please subscribe if it brings you some value. Check us out. I know I'm gonna be moving. I'm gonna be doing some things. I have a feeling that we're gonna have a great year. We're gonna trade well, and man, I'm with it. I'm really with it. I'm about to go get my coffee and stuff like that. You know what I mean? I'm about to do that. They hit me with the Happy New Year's and all that. Let me hit them back, right? How'd that go? Boom, I hit them right back with the Happy New Year. But yeah, that's what it is. Enrico Janko. IMtheSIGNAL. Check out our boy, real-time binary option instrument.